of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, they think we wrong. And then they hate us. Because then they like, oh, you can't judge me. And you say, oh, the Most High ain't about hate. He love everybody. And this, that, no. He love his people and those who listen to him and obey him. Okay? And only ones that's going to obey him are the Israelites. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Only ones that could. According to the scriptures. All right? Let me go ahead and hit. This is Baruch in the Apocrypha, which is part of the Bible, which Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his group, the biblical destruction group, took out about 1800s. But the Lord saw fit that he made sure that this was going to be here for his men, all right, that gets a hold of the truth, all right. Baruch chapter 2, verse 29. It says, if ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations. There's that again, which we, read a precept on this same exact thing, where we are the minority right now, but in actuality, we are the majority. But now we're coming back together, back into that majority. And these nations, especially Esau, Edom, are very afraid. All right. It says, where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. That's our people, a stiff-necked people. It says, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. So there's a remnant. There's some of the so-called Latinos, Native Americans, and Negroes that's going to remember themselves to be Israelites from whatever respective tribe. All right. It says, and shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them a heart and ears to hear. And the Hebrew word for heart is lab, which means your mind. For I will give them a mind and ears to hear. All right. Meaning perceive and receive and understand. Verse 32, it says, and they, those that he give that ear to, those that he give that mind to, it says, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivities and think upon my name and return from their stiff neck. Because we at one point were just like all others. But when the Lord came to us through his men, all right, and we heard and received, then we returned from our stiff neck and the ways of the world that we were doing. It says, and from their wicked deeds, all right, we return from our wicked deeds. It says, for they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. All right. So we're going to remember the ancient paths. All right. We're going to remember how we should be. Okay. Even here now in our captivity, we're going to remember that. And we're going to return from all those evil deeds that we used to do. And what happens when you return from doing all those evil deeds? Because you forsake this present evil world. Now everybody like, man, what's wrong with you, man? You used to do this and do that with us, man. Man, what's wrong with you, man? Okay? This is how they're supposed to be looking at you if you are in the truth. Okay? This is Isaiah 59:15. It says, yea, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. Because right now, this place is madness. It's no judgment. It's no justice. It's no truth. All right? It's all just lies and deceit and wickedness and backward assness. The scriptures say the foundations of the earth are out of course. And they are right now. Everything how the Lord would have intended to be is the opposite and backwards of that. All right. So when you going the way that it should be, people are looking at you thinking you going backwards. All right. That's why they killed the Lord, man. That's why they killed the disciples and the apostles and the prophets back then. All right? Because they were against this present evil world. All right? If you are against this present evil world, you make yourself a prey. And you're going to be preyed upon. But guess what? Don't care. Don't care, because the Lord, his will is going to be done. He got you. No matter what happens, it was his will to happen. And you just want to be on his right side in the day of wrath. All right? In that day. Okay? You make yourself a prey, man. You depart from evil and you know, separate yourself from this present evil world. Okay? This is 2nd Esdras 13 and 23. It says, he that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. All right? We got to endure. We can't fall for their traps. We can't fall for their things that they make seem all good, nice, and glamorous. We can't fall for their nice words, fair speeches. I doing love, money, have some. Oh, great, riches, this world. It's nice. Love, coexist. Whatever religion you like to do, whatever thing your flesh want to do it. Have bucket lists. All right? In this present evil world. All right? It says, he that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. It says, they that be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty. All right? We're in danger right now, but guess what? We don't care, because the Most High will is going to be done regardless. All right? All right, we on that Project Megiddo list, #1, with a bullet. All right? But guess what? They can't do nothing to us that the Lord don't allow. And right now, his word has to be propagated out there. His word has to be loosed to the ends of the earth, everywhere, so that the elect can wake up and we can get up out of here. All right? Because the elect are going to hear these words only. All right? But we have to forsake this present evil world, and no, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It says that he that departed from evil shall make himself a prey. You know, it says they that be fallen into danger is those that have works that you doing. You trying your best to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of this Bible, and you out teaching the truth despite whatever backlash you may get from it. All right, they may say you're a hate group and everything else, but hey, you got to get the word out there. All right, it's written that through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. All right, through much tribulation shall we enter, because the scriptures talk about, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 7 verse 10. It says, and I said, it is so, Lord. Then he said unto me, even so also is Israel's portion. This is our portion, to have to make ourselves a prey, to forsake this present evil world. This is our portion, to be hated and be the lowest and the bottom. And then when you forsake this present evil world and you run into danger because you're teaching the truth and everything contrary to what's being taught right now. All right. This is our portion to go through that. Matter of fact, I'm going to jump up to verse 6, because ultimately this is where we're trying to get on the first go round. This is 2nd Esdras 7, chapter 6. It says, there is also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. That's where we want to be. That place which is the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and the Israelites. All right? It's the kingdom, and it's going to be filled with all good things. Don't you want to be in a place like that? It says, wait, but to get there, to get to this place that's filled with all good things, it says the entrance thereof is narrow, and set in a dangerous place to fall. Like if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? So we have to go through this path that is so small as fire that can burn your ass, and a water where it can drown your ass. All right? If you don't go through that danger, then you can't get to the kingdom. There's no way. There's no other way around. You have to go through it. And right now, this is what we have to go through. He said, I have chosen you in the furnace of affliction. All right? Are you going to keep your integrity? Are you going to keep the faith? We're going to put all type of stuff out there that look good, fun, adultery, riches, murder, deceit, just all type of just wickedness. And let's just say some of the fun, so-called fun things, all right, that's going to be put in your way. But no, you can't take it. You can't do it. All right, anything that's contrary to these scriptures. All right, it may seem fun, man, but really what's going to be fun is the kingdom. We have no idea. Here it is. I can think of a whole lot of things that's going to be fun, and it's going to be even greater than that. So let's just wait, man. He said, wait ye upon me till I rise up to the prey. All right, we got to wait, man. Be patient, because right now, this is our portion to go through that danger, to be a prey. All right, we disobeyed the Most High, so we have to go through this. And we're learning. It all worketh something if we keep our integrity and faith. It worketh something, that peaceable fruit of righteousness. It worketh something. It worketh that understanding of how to be a righteous judge, king, and God. That's what we are. That's what we're going to be. That's what we're learning to be. So we're going through these experiences. We have to. This is our portion. Okay? This is our portion. We must go through these things. All right? This is Mark 4 and 14. It says, the sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside where the word is sown. So here it is, the sower soweth the word. The word is the understanding of these scriptures. And where is this seed going to be planted in you? All right. It says, and these are they that was planted by the wayside, where the word is sown. So they hear the word. They're hearing all these beautiful things. We so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the chosen special people of the Most High God. We have something stored up waiting for us that's going to be wonderful, and we're going to be in rulership and righteousness. All right. It says, but when they have heard, Satan come immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. And that's the seed that was in the wayside. So that somebody heard that, and then, they got a quick phone call. Hey, hold on. Gotta go. Gone. Never heard from again. So they was hearing it like, man, that sounds good. Or they friend, they're like, come on, we gotta go. Or something happened, they had to dip. Boom, immediately, gone. Never to be heard from again. Some people get the word that way. Verse 16, it says, and these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness. So they like, dang, that sound right. Oh man, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, you know what? I'm digging this. I'm in this. I'm in the word. I'm looking. I'm listening. Okay, I'm hearing that. I can receive that. Verse 17, it says, and have no root in themselves, so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake, immediately they are offended. And then they just fall off. All right. Because you in this truth are now, damn, I done lost my girlfriend. She don't fuck with me no more because I was talking about the world ending and, talking about we are special chosen people above all people. She didn't want to hear that. Damn, and I lost some family members in the shit. I got fired because I was talking to people at my job about it. I got fired. I can't do this. I can't deal with this. And then people getting all up on me. They saying that I'm in a hate group and I'm just, I ain't the same no more. And I can't do this no more. Because they care about what people think. They care about what happened to them, knowing that this is, it says through much tribulation. It said you forsake this present evil world, you make yourself a prey. This is Israel's portion. This is what we got to go through. All right. Verse 18, it says, and these are they which are sown among thorns, and such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of the things, and the lust of other things entereth in, choke the word, and becometh unfruitful. So, you may get some type of deal, and, they want to hand you some money to quiet the truth, or whatever, deceitful of riches and the lust of other things. All right. Choke the word. Okay. And it become unfruitful. And then you fall off. All right. Where was the seed sown in you? All right. Was it that by the wayside? Was it the stony ground? All right. Was it the, right. That was the stony ground. And then sown among thorns. Okay. Those are the three we hit so far. But then check this out. Verse 20. It says, and these are they which are sown on good ground, such as hear the word and receive it and bring forth fruit. So they out teaching. They believe it so much and they showing their faith by their works. All right. And not caring about all the things that they're going through. They know that it's must be so, that they can't go to the kingdom of heaven without going through it, without going through that physical fire, because 2/3 of our people who don't listen are going to have to go through the physical fire, the physical fire. See, we don't want to go through that physical fire. So I'll take the spiritual fire. Because the Lord already promised that He's not going to put too much on us that we can't bear. And then whatever we go through anyway, we deserve that and more for our wickedness that we've committed, that we've done. So we deserve it. All right. So why not just go ahead and be man up, and for some of the women that so-called listen, woman up, and deal what you got to deal with. Go through what you got to go through, because you're going to go through it anyway. So I'd rather go through the spiritual fire and come out shining rather than going through that physical fire. Because once, the 2/3 go through that physical fire, they'll be back in the kingdom. But you don't want to downplay that physical fire and what's that going to be. The Lord can make that seem like 1,000,000 years that you in some fire just burning. It said wailing and gnashing of teeth. When you gnashing your teeth, all of some writhing pain. Whew, I don't want none of it. Okay. So this is what it's all about, man. Just enduring. Because we got something stored up waiting on us, man. And I'm going to hit a few scriptures on that, and then I'm going to close it out. But it's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. Me, myself, man, I just a quick little testimony. I was an actor, man, and I was climbing that ladder. I was getting to know more important people. Plus I had the talent. And I, could have been on by now the big screen. Easy, no problem. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'll wait. I fear the Lord. I love the Lord. I have faith. So I just want to forsake this present evil world, wait on Yahweh Shem Yahushai, try my best to do what's right, crawl back into His good graces, and in the meanwhile, shed the light that He shed unto me. Give with the understanding that I know. Okay? And just show myself approved. Lord willing. And be part of that number. All right, because this is what we got waiting on us. This is Revelations 21:4. It says, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Don't you want to be in a place like that? No more crying, no more sorrow, no more death, no more tears from their eyes, no more pain. Don't you want to be in a place like that? This is Isaiah chapter 60. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 19. Salakia. Verse 18. Isaiah 60 and 18. It says, violence shall no more be heard in the land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise. Jump down to 21. It says, thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. But it says, thy people also shall be all righteous. 100% of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, when we're in the kingdom, they're going to be all righteous. All righteous, man. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. And that's beautiful really for all nations too, because like I say, after the us paying them back double for everything that they've done to us, and they build up our kingdom, all right, with slavery, all right, after that, Proverbs 9:2. It says, when the righteous, and it just said in Isaiah that our people, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, are going to be all righteous. It says, when the righteous are in authority, and we're going to be in authority, the people rejoice. All people, because we're going to be in authority. All right. So when these other nations, after going through what they got to go through for doing everything that they've done to us, after that, they're going to get to go to their own lands and live and truly live. Long as you follow the law, statutes, and commandments. See, but we're going to have the law, statutes, and commandments. The Israelites going to have the law, statutes, and commandments written in our minds and our hearts. So we're going to be all righteous and never going to sin again ever, because it's going to be programmed in us. But the other nations not going to have that promise. So they're going to be prone to go off sometime. And when they go off, they're going to get the penalty of whatever it is that they did. Okay? But long as you're doing what's right, live, man. Enjoy paradise. We're not going to do the wickedness that these rulers today are doing. These heathen rulers, Esau, Edom. All right. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's why people are mourning today. All over the world. Not only the people, the animals. Not only the animals, the vegetation. The whole earth is in mourning because of this devil. All right? And we just talking about getting to a place that's filled with all good things. That's the message. The final message. All right? 2nd Esdras 8. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 8, verse 52. It says, for unto you is paradise opened. The tree of life is planted. The time to come is prepared. Plenteousness is made ready. A city is builded. A rest is allowed. Yea, perfect goodness and wisdom. Perfect goodness and wisdom. It says the root of evil is sealed up from you. Weakness and the moth is hid from you. And corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. Sorrows are past. And in the end, it showed the treasure of immortality. That's where I want to be. And that's where you should want to be. Not in this present evil world. So when we say death to this place and destruction to this present evil world, we're not saying it as this, people wonder like, damn, you here too. But we know what's after. We know what's to come. So we beg the Lord to hasten that day. We beg the Lord to hasten that day. Last scripture. They hit Peter chapter 3. What's this? 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13. It says, nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for a new heaven and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. Don't you want that, man? I mean, damn. Because this place is tiresome. Just totally wicked. This ain't living. You have to admit, this ain't living. We're gonna live, Jack. Tired. Verse 14. Yeah, verse 14. Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. And the only way you can do that is follow these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. Have faith. Separate yourself from this present evil world and the people in it. Now, when you got to work, you got to handle your business and do what you do and just fake it. Get your paycheck, handle your business, pay your bills, take care of your family, and just do this work and wait for the Lord. And don't get involved in all this wickedness, Forsake this present evil world, man. Be unspotted from this world, man. This place is done. So I'm going to end it there, Lord willing. It was edifying. With that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you Akim pushing this word in truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom. Abad Babal.